In this video, we're taking a look at the O-Train East extension of Stage 2, going from Trim in the east to Blair on the existing Line 1. Trim Station.
We're going to start this video off by taking a look at the eastern terminus, Trim Station, which is found in the median of Highway 174. It's a center platform island station, the connectivity bridge that connects from the train platforms in the median to the park and ride on the south side of the highway. Park and ride is also nearly done. They're just doing some minor adjustments and work on the concrete and the asphalt. As we take a look heading west to the next stop, Place d'Orléans in the distance.
Next station, Place d'Orléans.
So you can see the bus loop area has been fully resurfaced. Lots of work having been done there. Taking a look now at the train platforms in the median of the highway with all the bridges and connectivity that cross back and forth. It's definitely going to be a really interesting station to experience and discover once the system is open, with quite a lot of ways to connect into the bus station and the train station now. You can see just off to the distance the traction power substation that powers Place d'Orléans station and the adjacent guideway. So we're here now looking from the Champlain overpass at the train station. Ticket vending machines where people can buy their fares to go in. Looking through, you can see the highway off in the distance, the fare gates. And down at platform level, you can see there's some sound isolation walls on the sides that should be fairly effective at helping minimize the noise for those waiting for the train down below. And definitely lots of space here, double elevators on both sides. There's even an escalator that goes back up to the pedestrian crossings. Lots of stairs. It's really going to be a nice station. It's very big, very tall. It's very interesting. And if we look like this, you can see the long escalator that goes back up. The pedestrian crossing, the new one that goes into the bus station to create a fare paid zone between train and bus. And this is the new entrance for people walking by foot between the mall and the bus and train. New fare paid entrance with fare gates, and then you come out and cross over to the bus station from there. And this is a reverse angle after having passed through the fare gates. And just like it was for many years, once you pass through this area, a quick little trot across the crosswalk and you'll reach the bus platform or the new connections to reach the train. Nice double glass elevators to go up. As you can see, the existing pedestrian connection from above to reach Place d'Orléans Mall. And this is now looking from the old legacy red pedestrian overpass. You can see the new station building, and it crosses over with the fare paid zone to the train station in the middle. And of course, we're standing right now in the old red pedestrian overpass. It connects over to this point as well, just like the fare paid zone bridge does. As people come down from the stairs actually end in a bit of a landing, culminate with a couple more steps. So obviously they're using this as an opportunity to help distribute people across the platform. This is the entrance from the red pedestrian crossing. And finally, you can see really the impressive height difference between the pedestrian crossings and the train platforms.
Next station, Convent Glen.
So now we're going to look at Convent Glen, flanking both sides of Orléans Boulevard. Station's really looking nice. They did some nice work on the overpass, the sidewalks, to sort of rehabilitate them a little bit. You can see the traction power substation, which is just a bit of a pit stop area just to the side of the 174. Some of the bus stop areas. As we look down here, you can see again the traction power substation, easily accessible for maintenance crews to be able to access it directly off the 174. The station entrances, They have a nice glass curtain wall just in front. And if we take a closer look, you can see the ticket vending machines, the fare gates. You can see the highway behind, which is actually kind of a neat backdrop. Definitely lots of natural light that comes into here. I mean, the windows are floor to ceiling, so it really brings in a lot of light. It's not too overbearing, and it really accentuates the view outside of the highway and the trains coming and going. Again, one final shot here looking at the fare gates and the entrance area. Looking down now at the platforms. Again, just like all the stations on the East Extension center platform, redundant elevators all around. You can see the bus stop areas just outside here, stop A and stop B. And now on the opposite side for Convent Glen. In this direction we're looking now further west towards Jeanne d'Arc. Next station, Jeanne d'Arc. So we're taking a look now at Jeanne d'Arc Station. Obviously, very popular station for people in this end of Orleans. You can see the Bob McQuarrie Recreational Center just behind, and the large plaza area on one side of the station entrance. Really curious to see what's going to be happening with that in the future, what use that will serve. You can see one of the traction power substations just in the middle here of one of the on-ramps. Westbound on-ramp going on the 174. And further back in the distance there, you can see the new bus layup areas and the roundabout to help circle the buses back around to help them serve the station. And again, the plaza area at Jeanne d'Arc, which is really big. I'm interested to see if there's going to be pop-ups or little events or barbecues, or I don't know what, but it's definitely a spot that seems to have quite a bit of opportunity for different little things to happen. So you can see from these angles, it's really big. It's really big. It's set back, it's wide, lots of natural light, good view out from just behind the fences there. It's a really interesting spot, and I'm eager to see. Hopefully it gets used to its fullest potential. We can see from this side the platforms underneath. Double elevators for each of the two main entrances. Looking now at the opposite side. And what's nice too is they put a big fence from one end to the other, crossing Jeanne d'Arc Boulevard, so that people don't just dart across the road anymore. It's definitely a good measure because it is a busy road. Next station, Montreal. We're now looking at Montreal Station. Again, there's not much new to show underneath. You don't really see much from underneath because everything is set back from underneath the highway overpass and the underpass from Montreal Road. But you can see the station is virtually complete. And you can check out our recent video where we did do a behind the scenes walkthrough of Montreal Station. You can see the traction power substation nearby. So once it leaves Montreal Station, it continues on the 174 in the median until it reaches just before Blair, and it passes over the rail flyover to cross over the westbound lanes to go onto the side of the road to then pass alongside near the splash wave pool, the Costco, to align itself with the old transitway alignment to reach Blair Station. You can see one of the trains is stopped in the triple track area here, the pocket track, where they can store and stage trains as service needs are adjusted, ramped up or ramped down. So we'll get another look at the pocket track where a train can be stored. Next station, Blair. Again, off in the distance, Blair Station, the current active terminus for O Train Line 1. More or less daily at this point, we are seeing trains going back and forth between Blair and Trim. On this occasion, there was one double train going back and forth, which we managed to catch on a few occasions. Here you can see it arriving at the current terminus of Blair. before it heads back in the other direction to go and complete a run out to Trim. So as it leaves Blair Station, it runs east and passes underneath the Blair overpass. Continues on underneath the Blair Road off-ramp from the 174. Shortly passed by the new Costco, behind the Splash Wave Pool, Gloucester High School, just before it flies across the rail crossing to dive down into the 174 highway median, where it will remain all the way until the very end of the extension at Trim. So now we're going back to Place d'Orléans. You can see one of those trains has now stopped at the station just before it departs to head further east into the terminus at Trim. As you can see, it's soon to pass underneath 10th Line Road. It's very exciting to see it passing alongside the cars. Now we're taking a look at it coming back west, arriving at Montreal Station and the new highway overpass and rail station in the median. And once again departing Montreal Station to head back to Blair, westbound. Definitely a pleasant sight to see trains traveling down this highway median in alignment. As it heads back up over the flyover to cross over, passing by the Costco to reach Blair Station. It'll be quite interesting to ride the train in the future once it's open, because the median where it is now used to be a bit of a grassy area. As we watch another train heading back east towards Trim as it arrives at Montreal Station. Departing Montreal, the next stop would be Jeanne d'Arc, a few minutes down the line, as we see the train depart and continue on to its testing routine, which we're going to see more and more of, with more trains, higher speeds, daily, all day, all night, as we lead up, hopefully in the next couple months, to the opening of O-Train Stage 2 East to Orléans.